This is a public service announcement. The following program and advertisements you are about to see have not been approved by the rector, wardens, or vestry of St. John's Church. The people you are about to see are solely responsible. This feature is rated NG, that is, not good. No one under 85 permitted to view. Proceed at your own risk. Please take necessary precautions. Do not fold, spindle, or mutilate. Especially don't spindle. You should know better. Do not take your electronic equipment to view this content into your tub with you, unless personally supervised by a member of the vestry. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that public service announcement. My apologies for not having the tech, and that you saw it and then you heard it, and hopefully for our future things you will get to do both at the same time. So anyways, thank you all for coming. And now if Joyce McGurr has a nice sort of a welcoming presentation for us.
Well, hi, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, thanks. It's great being here. This is not for talent. This is for all of you to participate in, because this is a welcoming song and dance from West Africa, probably Nigeria, but all over in the West African area. And it's in the Yoruba language. And so I'm going to just say a few of the words, but basically, this is the first one. I want you to say it. Funga. Are you saying it? I don't know. Yeah, okay. Funga. Alafia.
Alafia.
And then the response is Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe.
Funga, Alafia.
Funga. Alafia.
Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe.
So Funga means we welcome you. Alafia means good health and peace. And Ashe is a sort of a West African concept of that we are going to make this happen. So you and I are going to make this happen. And we're going to welcome each other by this song. And Marin is going to help us a little in just a few minutes with some motions that have been adapted in the Western culture. So the song goes like this. I'll do it slow. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. So the first word is ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. And the next one is ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ooh, wonderful. So I'll start it again and just jump in when you feel like it. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. I'm hearing it as later, but so maybe a couple of you should view to just sing out at home, because it comes out sort of strange. But that sounded great. So let's do it again. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe.
Funga alafia, ashe, ashe.
Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Now I want you just to clap your hands so you get the beat when you're singing. Ready? Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. Somebody's got a drum there. I'm hearing it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good. So Marin, where is she? She's going to show you some motions that everybody put your hands on your head. So we welcome you with our head. We welcome you with our voice. Touch your mouth. We welcome you with our heart. And we welcome you with our hands out in front, wishing each other peace. So lift them so we can see everyone, okay? So each time it's twice, so it's head, your mouth.
See the other view?
Mouth. your heart, your heart, and then to everyone twice. So Marin is going to do that while I sing or you sing. And so watch Marin. Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. Bunga, Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. Bunga, Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. Bunga, Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. Bunga, Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. Hands like this. Everybody clap. Hands like this. Boom. Okay, when after the word this. Hands like this. Good. Hands like that. And I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and you're going to shout 4 and clap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try it again. Hands like this. Hands like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to make a motion, and every time we get to that, you're going to do that. All right, so let's try it. Hands like this. Ready, go. Hands like this. Hands like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a motion with your hands. Make a motion. Okay. Make a motion with your hands. Make a motion. Okay. Keep it going. Looking good. Keep it going. Okay. And hands like this. Good. You stopped. Hands like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And make a motion with your shoulders. Make a motion. Okay. Make a motion with your shoulders. Make a motion. Okay. Change your motion with your shoulders. Change that motion. Okay. Keep it going. Looking good. Keep it going. Okay. And hands like this. Hands like that. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And back to the song. Up higher. Allah, Allah, Ashe, Ashe. Allah, Allah, Ashe, Ashe.
Kumba alafia, ashe, ashe. Kumba alafia, ashe, ashe.
Ashe, Ashe.
You're not muted.
Thank you. Peace to everybody.
All right, Joyce.
Yes, great. Thank you.
Paul,
Yeah,
Paul,
yeah.
I would like to suggest that now be the official drinking song for St. John's. Every time you screw it up, you have to take a drink.
That's gonna get us pretty drunk pretty fast.
That hands like this is it's also an African game. I don't know where. And of course, you could be dancing all over the room, making motions, and then you just have to stop and clap. So it's a lot of fun. So
Nice.
Thank you, everybody. It was great.
Thank you, Joyce.
Thanks, Marin.
Yes, thank you, thank you. That was great, and a way to get everybody involved. I just think it is a good idea that other than the performers in most cases, just to mute yourself because you're hearing the echo from someone else. But now our rector, Candace Sanford, is next with some Rumi poems.
Okay, hang on. Okay, you got your mic on.
I thought.
I'm going to turn mine off.
No, wait. I'm going to be reading some poems by Rumi, who's now considered to be the most famous or most beloved, according to Amazon, poet in the United States. And he was actually from the 13th century, so that's kind of amazing. He was a Sufi mystic. You might say that every religion has its mystical side, and Sufism is the mystical side of Islam, just like Kabbalah is the mystical side of Judaism. Zen is the mystical side of Buddhism, and in Christianity also we have lots of mystical Pseudo-Dionysius, John of the Cross, Julian of Norwich. All of these, the Desert Fathers especially, are the mystical side of Christianity. And the Sufis belong to different orders. The more you learn about other religions, I think the more you realize we're all very similar. So they had different orders like we do. And they had congregations that formed around what were called the Grand Masters, or walis in their language. And they, the walis trace their chain of successive teachers back to Muhammad, very much like we have the apostolic succession. As priests are ordained, they were ordained by someone who was ordained by someone, going all the way back to Peter, St. Peter. So one such Sufi poet was Rumi, from, as I said, from the 13th century. And so these are two of my favorite Rumi poems, although there are so many. All day I think about it. Then at night I say it. Where did I come from? And what am I supposed to be doing? I have no idea. My soul is from elsewhere. I'm sure of that. And I intend to end up there. This drunkenness began in some other tavern. When I get back around to that place, I'll be completely sober. Meanwhile, I'm like a bird from another continent, sitting in this aviary. The day is coming when I fly off. But who is it now in my ear who hears my voice? Who says words with my mouth? Who looks out with my eyes? What is the soul? I cannot stop asking. If I could taste one sip of an answer, I could break out of this prison for drunks. I didn't come here of my own accord. And I can't leave that way. Whoever brought me here will have to take me home. Okay. This one I thought you all would really enjoy. It seems very timely for considering it was written in the 13th century. If in worldly things you set the course for your wife, but inside, the woman you desire rules you. That's the way it is with human beings. Some other creatures have no love at all, and that doesn't make them better. Muhammad said that a woman rules over a man who has some development, but ignorant men dominate a woman because the savagery of a wild animal is just beneath their skin. Tenderness and constant love belong to human life. Constant anger and lump desire belong to animal life. A woman is some light rays coming from the Holy One. She is not, quote, my woman who belongs to me, unquote. All creativity lies in her. All creativity lies in her. It's possible she didn't come from creation at all. Did it work?
Thank you. That was really great, and that's why, I mean, we come to churches. There are certain things that are, you know, I mean, great texts endure and talk about these sort of truths that we still have to live with. And now let's go to Richard. You ready to go with your song, Richard Satrin? Are you just okay? We'll spotlight you.
Hi. Here. Hey, this is a song that has not one but two biblical references. One Old Testament, one New Testament. The New Testament one is probably the most familiar. The first one now will later be last. And it was written as a protest to George Wallace standing in front of the door of a schoolhouse. But it gets pretty universal from that point. Oops. Come gather round wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time was failing, well, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are unchanged. Come writers and critics who philosophize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, or the wheels still in spin. and there's no telling who that is naming. For the reason now later too, for the time they are changing. Come senators, congressmen, please keep the calm. Don't stand in those doorways, don't lock up the hall. For he that gets hurt, when he has stalled. The battle outside raging will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. For the time they are all changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old world is rapidly aging, so please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand. For the times they are changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. This slow one now will later be past, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last. For the times they are a change. That's it. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. That's terrific. Thank you, Richard. And now
Thank you.
Allison has some poems for us.
Yes. One sec. Okay. So I picked two poems from Walt Whitman, who is, of course, one of the greatest American poets that ever was. And I love his style. And I thought these two, they just felt very appropriate and patriotic. And the first one, Oh, Captain, My Captain, is about Abraham Lincoln. And the second one is I Hear America Singing. And I just felt like that was sort of the tempo of America now. So, Oh, Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every rack. The prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting. While follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. Oh Captain, my Captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle drills, for you bouquets and ribbons, wreaths, for you the shores a crowding, for you they call the swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on that deck you've fallen cold and dead. My captain does not answer, his lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm, he has no pulse or will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip, the victor ship comes in with object won. Exalt, O shores, and ring, O bells, but I with mournful tread walk the deck, my captain lies, fallen, cold and dead. I hear America singing, the very carols I hear, those of mechanics, each one singing his as it should be, blithe and strong. The carpenter singing his as he measures his plank or beam, the mason singing his as he makes ready for work or leaves off work. The boatman singing what belongs to him in his boat, the deckhand singing on the steamboat deck, the shoemaker singing as he sits on his bench, the hatter singing as he stands, the woodcutter's song, the plowboy's on his way in the morning, or at noon intermission, or at sundown, the delicious singing of the mother, or of the young wife at work, or of the girl sewing or washing, each singing what belongs to him or her and no one else. The day, what belongs to the day. At night, the party of young fellows, robust, friendly, singing with open mouths their strong, melodious songs. That's it.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was really great. Wonderful hearing from two great American voices of yeah,
Yes.
of Bob Dylan and Walt Whitman.
Bravo.
Yeah, that was really great. And now I'm going to attempt to share the screen again and give us Mia Hildebrandt and Sal Finocchiaro presenting the second movement of Bach's Concerto in D minor for two violins.
Wonderful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, that was terrific. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to Mia and Sal. It's great to hear Bach and sort of that there is the possibility for order and harmony in the world, you know. So that was terrific. Thank you so much. And now we have um, Susan Dunn to share with us some a recipe idea. Yeah.
Well, recipe is probably a little advanced, but I was just thinking about early on in these events and hearing Mia play and how much she has grown and matured over the years. And I feel a little embarrassed because this craft demonstrates perhaps that I have not grown and matured over the years. But this is a gumdrop turkey, and I am going to show you how to make one. This is something that I learned to do when I was a kid from my mom. And as a teacher, I taught it to my students, I taught it to my children, I taught it to my little who I mentor, and I'm happy to share it with you today. To make gumdrop turkeys, obviously, you need little gumdrops and big gumdrops. You need a handful of toothpicks, and you need some cloves and a cutting board and a knife, but I've already done all the cutting for it. So you start out at the base, and you can have 2 big gumdrops for the feet, and you stick in toothpicks, and all of a sudden you have 2 legs for the turkey. And then you take the small gumdrops and you cut them in half. See how they're cut in half? And you stick them into a toothpick like this. Then you take and you do 5 or 7 or however many you want, and you take a big gumdrop and you put them in the back so that it kind of looks like the tail feathers of a turkey. Ta-da, tail feathers of a turkey. The trickiest part is the head. And what you need to do for the head is you take a quarter of a red gumdrop, because that becomes the gobble, and you stick a toothpick, a broken toothpick, into it. And then you take another whole small toothpick, and voila, you've got a turkey head with a gobble. But turkeys have to be able to see, so that's where the cloves come in. You put 1 eyeball on each side of the head, and they probably break or at least hurt your fingers, but that's part of the Thanksgiving fun. So now you can see that we've got a turkey head, and turkey heads need necks. So another toothpick, you can see this, and then you pick your body back up, and in goes your head. And then remember the legs at the beginning? Let's see, I'm probably going to end up with sugar on my computer, but that's okay. Voila, you have a gumdrop turkey.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Susan. That's
My pleasure. My pleasure.
yes, that's great. And I also, yeah, it's we've got to think of being imaginative with Thanksgiving this year, and that's a fun way to think of it. And since there are a lot of big turkeys out there, it's good to be able to make a little one. And so thank you so much. I also wanted to commend Mia and Sal for demonstrating safe, I mean, wearing masks while while performing, and modeling good social, physically distanced behavior. And now we'll just take a moment for another commercial.
Hey, it's Jimmy, and I'd like to introduce to you the all-new Mask Washer Pro. Are you tired of having a mask that's all dirty and skanky from food and snot and COVID? Don't throw it away. Wash it with the all-new Mask Washer Pro. All you gotta do is add hot water and soap, put the mask in, wash it around, then rinse it real well, put it out on the line, and before you know it, you got a brand new looking mask. That's the Mask Washer Pro. But wait, there's more. You get with the Mask Washer Pro this handsome carrying case for going to visit relatives or whatever. And you also get this other carrying case to carry an extra mask or whatever you want to carry. And yeah, and what's more, it's dishwasher safe. So, the Mask Washer Pro is only $89.99 or 4 simple payments of $39.99 each. The Mask Washer Pro will make you feel like a new mask.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's delightful. Yes, and we know there's such a call for ways to be able to deal with keeping a clean mask, and
All
so,
proceeds go to St. John's.
yeah. John's keeping that entrepreneurial spirit alive and creating new businesses day by day. And now let us go to.
Wait. I just want to say one thing. It's probably better than selling indulgences. See, if we were all together, we could talk like that.
Well said.
Yes, very, very good point. Thank you. And now, David, are you ready to go? As we say, he's going to be presenting, and so let me just get to where I can spotlight you. Why can't I spotlight you? All right. Now you are spotlighted.
I have a thing across the front of my face.
Yeah.
Says the host has spotlighted me.
Yep.
Okay. So today, since the bishop was there, I have a bishop joke. Since the bishop walked into a coffee shop, walked straight up to the barista and ordered a latte. Barista shouted, "Hey, lady, you can't do that. Bishops can only move diagonally." So one night, a woman came home from her weekly Bible study and found that she was being robbed. She shouted, Acts 2:38, repent and be baptized and your sins will be forgiven. The guy quickly threw up his arms and the lady called the police. While they were handcuffing the guy, a policeman said, "Hey man, you gave up pretty easy. How come you gave up so quickly?" The guy said, "She said she had an axe in 238. A local priest and a deacon stood by the side of the road holding up a sign that said, "The end is near. Turn yourself around now before it's too late." They held the sign to each passing car. The first guy blew by immediately, but somebody rolled down the window and yelled, "Leave us alone, you religious nuts." From around the curve, they heard a big splash. Do you think the deacon said to the priest, "We should just put up a sign that says bridge out us up ahead"? So a priest died and was waiting in line at the pearly gates. Ahead of him was a guy dressed in sunglasses, a loud shirt, a leather jacket, and jeans. St. Peter said to the guy, "Who are you, so I can know that whether I can admit you to the kingdom of heaven?" And the guy replied, "I'm Bruce, retired airline pilot from Toledo." St. Peter looked at the list and smiled and said to the pilot, "Take this silken robe and golden staff and enter the kingdom." The pilot took his robe and staff and waltzed into heaven. It was the priest's turn, and he stood erect and boomed out, "I am Father John, rector of St. Mary's Episcopal Church for the last 43 years. St. Peter looked at his list. He said to the priest, "Take this cotton robe and wooden staff and enter the kingdom." "Just a minute," said the priest. "That man was a pilot and he gets a silken robe and golden staff and I only get cotton and wood? How can that be?" Up here we go by results, said St. Peter. When you preached, people slept. When he flew, people prayed. So a priest was walking along a cliff and he fell off. He managed to grab a branch and he could see rocks 500 feet below him. So he decided that he better pray. So he looked up to heaven and said, "Is there anybody up there?" A loud voice came from heaven. "Let go thy hand and I will hold thee up." Minister thought for a minute and looked up again. "Is there anybody else up there?" The priest decided to go to a silent monastery to escape the pressures of his parish. The rule there was that you could speak 2 words once every 5 years. At the end of his first 5 years, he went to his father superior and said, "Bad food." Superior nodded his head and the minister went back to his cell for another 5 years. At the end of 10 years, he went in and said, "Hard bed." Again, the superior nodded his head and went back to till the end of his 15th year. This time he said, "I quit." And the father superior said, "About time too, you've done nothing but complain since you got here."
Oh.
And of course, there are a lot of riddles about how many Episcopalians it takes to change a light bulb. We thought the best answer was 12. One's to change the bulb and 11 to say we preferred it the way it was before. Then I was told it was actually impossible for Anglicans to ever change a light bulb. There's always someone who will say, "My mother donated that bulb and you touch it over my dead body." So a devout old shepherd lost his favorite Bible while he was looking for a lost lamb. 3 weeks later, a sheep walked up to him carrying the Bible in his mouth. The shepherd couldn't believe his eyes. He took the precious book out of the sheep's mouth, raised his eyes heavenward, and exclaimed, "It's a miracle." "Not really," said the sheep. "Your name was written inside the cover." The guy was talking to one of his angels and he said, "You know what I just have done? I created a 24-hour period of alternating night and light and darkness on earth. Isn't that good?" Angel said, "Yes, but what will you do now?" God said, "I think I'll call it a day." Philip was walking, home in the rain with his mother after church one Sunday. It finally stopped raining as they rounded a corner, and to their surprise and delight, a vivid double rainbow appeared in the sky. "Doesn't look like an artist painted this rainbow," his mother exclaimed. "I bet God painted this just for you." "Yes," Philip said, "God did it, and he did it left-handed." Confused, his mother asked him, "Well, what makes you say that God did this with his left hand?" "Well," said Philip, "we learned in Sunday school that Jesus sits on God's right hand." So Jesus said to his disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" And they answered and said, "Some say you are John the Baptist, returned from the dead. Others say Elijah or one of the prophets." And Jesus answered and said, "But who do you say that I am?" And Peter answered and he said, "Thou art the Logos, existing in the Father as his rationality, and then by an act of his will, being generated in consideration of the various functions by which God is related to his creation, but only on the fact that Scripture speaks of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, each member of the Trinity being co-equal with every other member, and each acting inseparably with and interpenetrating each other member." And Jesus said, "What?" A woman lived next door to a priest, and she was puzzled because she went to his church, but his personality changed in church. At home, he was shy, quiet, and retiring, but in church, he was a fiery orator, rousing the congregation in the name of God. And it was as if he were 2 different people. Well, one day she asked him about the transformation. And what was the difference? He said, "Oh, that's my alter ego." A priest, a minister, and a rabbi are walking up talking about what they would like to have people say as they about them as they walk by the open casket at their funeral. Priest said, I would like someone to say he was a righteous man, an honest man, and very generous. Minister said, I would like someone to say he was very kind and fair and was very good to his parishioners. And the rabbi said, I would really like somebody to say, look, he's moving. And that be it.
Bravo.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was fun. A lot of good liturgical insight there. And now, Mary, we have a song from Mary. You ready to do the
Yes, I am.
great?
If the technical side works out.
Yes, Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell.
Mary, do you have background music?
I do.
You should be having your original sound on. Should say original sound. The upper left.
Well, I'm playing the accompaniment is on my phone.
I understand.
It's not on the computer.
I understand.
Does that mean I should still do something with the original sound?
We actually kind of worked this out earlier in the week.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Sorry for the holdup. They paid paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paid paradise, put up a parking lot. Took all the trees, put them in a tree museum. And they charge the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paid paradise, put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away that DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, leave me the birds and the bees. Please, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? In paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Hey, paradise, go to the parking lot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paid paradise, go to the parking lot. They paid paradise, go to the parking lot. They paid paradise, go to the parking lot.
All right, Mary. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. Yes, terrific. And now we have another commercial. So let me just see if I can get this up here. Hold on just a minute. I think this is the right one? My apologies. I'm having a little technical difficulty here. I think I opened the wrong one. Let me just see if this is. Yeah, this is right.
You do want to block the kids' ears for this one. Hey, come here. Is it Jimmy. From Jimmy's Marijuana, you know me. You know me. We go back. It's legal now. You can admit it. Yeah, so what happens to me now? I suppose you're gonna go out on Bloomfield Avenue to some fancy store to get your marijuana with the fancy lights and the cabinets. Let me ask you something. You like getting ripped off? Why would you pay for all that overhead when you can get it here from Jimmy, right here in the alley? Huh. Hey, just like the old days you can get it. Right here in the alley. Like the old days. 50 years I've been in business. I don't have any overhead, but I got a jingle. No stems, no seeds that you don't need. Jimmy's Marijuana is badass weed. Oh, yeah. Besides, I know where you can get some toilet paper.
Well, thank you very much for that. Another important product that is important to all of us here. And so now moving on, let's see. Tom, are you ready to go with a few songs for us?
Yeah, pretty much. I had to test a couple of things, but
Okay, great. Thank you.
am I on?
You're on.
All right, so can people hear this okay? All right, great. All right. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on the rug, biding my time, drinking the wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she left in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't think I'd off to sleep in the dark. And when I awoke, I was alone and spread alone. So I lit a fire, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. Okay.
Bravo.
Let's get the
Bravo.
capo up there and
Very
this will
nice.
sound a little better. Okay, so I originally came here from. Let me tip this up so you can actually see my face. Right. So I came here from New York, and when you move here from New York, you know there's some changes you have to make. You have to learn about things like divided highways and jug handles and that kind of stuff. But you also have to become a Bruce Springsteen fan, which was kind of tough for me because that's not where I came from. But you know, we are in New Jersey, so I thought I'd do a Bruce Springsteen song, but it's not actually a Bruce Springsteen song. It's done by it's actually a Tom Waits song. Most people don't know that about this song. It's got a little tuning issue. Got no time for the corner boys and the street making all that noise. All the girls on the avenue. So tonight I wanna be with you. Tonight I'm gonna take that ride across the river to the Jersey side. Take my baby to the carnival, and I'll take her on all the rides. Then the show, everything's alright. You and your baby on a Saturday night. There's nothing like our dreams come true when I'm walking on the street with you. Sha-la. Sha-la-la, la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la. I'm in love with a Jersey girl, you know she thrills me with all the charms. When I'm wrapped up in my baby's arms, my little girl gives me everything. I know someday she will wear my ring, so don't bother me, man, I ain't got no time. I'm on my way to see that girl of mine, 'cause nothing matters in this whole wide world when you're in love with a Jersey girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la. One more short one.
Very nice, Tom.
If I get it back in tune. The moral of the story is don't do songs that have different tunings in one set.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do me wrong, do me right. Go on and tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light, but don't let me be lonely tonight. Say goodbye and say hello. Sure enough, good to see you. Now it's time to go. Don't say yes, but please don't say no. I don't want to be lonely tonight. Go away, then damn ya. Go on, do as you please. You ain't gonna see me getting down on my knees. I'm undecided and your heart's been divided. You've been turning my world upside down. Do me wrong, do me right. Go on and tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save for the morning's light, but don't let me be lonely tonight. I don't want to be lonely tonight. No, no, I don't want to be lonely tonight.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was great. Wonderful to hear all of these songs and all this musical talent we have here, which is great. We're going to have Marin. Are you there? Do you have also a song for us
Yes.
from Flanders and Swan, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to give a little introduction. Um, Donald Swan and Michael Flanders were a musical and comedy duo, and they actually started in the 1950s. And they did a show called At the Drop of a Hat, and they did a follow-up show to that, At the Drop of Another Hat. Michael Flanders actually performed from his wheelchair because he had been stricken with polio as a child. And Donald Swan was the pianist, and actually it sort of brought Paul and I together when we first met each other, because both of our parents were big big Flanders and Swan fans, and like a snippet of lyrics came out of my mouth or his mouth, and we were like, oh, you know what Flanders and Swan is. So and I want to beg for 2 extra minutes, because I wanted to share a poem before I share what I wanted to share first. So they did an incredible variety of stuff. And this is actually the lyrics to a song, but I was reading it and I think it's meaningful. And you'll get why it's meaningful. You'll get it. This is a poem or a song called Misalliance. The fragrant honeysuckle spirals clockwise to the sun, and many other creepers do the same. But some climb anti-clockwise. The bindweed does for one, or convolvulus, to give her proper name. Rooted on either side a door, one of each species grew, and raced towards the window ledge above. Each corkscrewed to the lintel in the only way it knew, where they stopped, touched tendrils, smiled, and fell in love. Said the right-handed honeysuckle to the left-handed bindweed, "Oh, let us get married. If our parents don't mind, we'd be loving and inseparable, inextricably intertwined. We'd live happily ever after," said the honeysuckle to the bindweed. To the honeysuckle's parents it came as a shock. The bindweeds, they cried, are an inferior stock. They're uncultivated, of breeding bereft. We twine to the right, and they twine to the left. Said the anti-clockwise bindweed to the clockwise honeysuckle, "We'd better start saving. Many a mickle makes a muckle. Then run away for a honeymoon and hope that our luck'll take a turn for the better," said the bindweed to the honeysuckle. A bee who was passing remarked to them then, "I've said it before and I'll say it again. Consider your offshoots, if offshoots there be. They'll never receive any blessing from me. Poor little sucker, how will it learn, when it is climbing, which way to turn? Right? Left? What a disgrace! Or it may go straight up and fall flat on its face." Said the right-hand thread honeysuckle to the left-hand thread bindweed, "It seems that against us all fate has combined. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Columbine, thou art lost and gone forever. We shall never intertwine." Together they found them the very next day. They had pulled up their roots and just withered away. deprived of that freedom for which we must fight, to veer to the left or to veer to the right. So that was just that's one of my favorites. And this one, Xander mentioned having sort of issues. I think he'll have empathy with this song, and just about anybody else will. Now remember, this was written in the 50s, so it's a little dated, but I think it rings true even in the 21st century. 'Twas on the Monday morning the gas man came to call. The gas tap wouldn't turn. I wasn't getting gas at all. He tore out all the skirting boards to try and find the main, and I had to call the carpenter to put them back again. Oh, it all makes work for the working man to do. 'Twas on the Tuesday morning the carpenter came round. He hammered and he chiseled and he said, "Look what I've found. Your joists are full of dry rot, but I'll put it all to rights." And he nailed right through a cable, and out went all the lights. Oh, it all makes work for the working man to do. 'Twas on the Wednesday morning the electrician came. He called me Mrs. Zuckerman, which isn't quite the name. He couldn't reach the fuse box without standing on the bin, and his foot went through a window, so I called the glazier in. Oh, it all makes work for the working man to do. 'Twas on the Thursday morning the glazier came along, with his blowtorch and his putty and his merry glazier song. He put another pane in, it took no time at all, but I had to call the painter in to come and paint the wall. Oh, it all makes work for the working man to do. 'Twas on the Friday morning the painter made a start. With undercoats and overcoats he painted every part, every nook and every cranny, and I found when he had gone that he painted over the gas tap and I couldn't turn it on. Oh, it all makes work for the working man to do. On Saturday and Sunday they do no work at all. So 'twas on the Monday morning that the gas man came to call.
Great.
Bravo. Wonderful.
Thank you all so much. We have one more commercial, and then we'll have something from John live. So let me just share this.
Hello, everyone. It is so wonderful to see you here tonight at the 2020 Thanksgiving celebration and telethon. Did you know it was a telethon? Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. It's so nice to see you. You're all looking beautiful tonight. Now, I just want to say that we are so lucky during this very difficult year to have such a place and such a community here where we can share our well-being with each other and share our faith. And so I just want to get right down to business here. Now, I'd like to see a show of hands of how many of you are willing to raise your pledge this year. Let me see. Well, anyway, the telethon, the operators are standing by to receive your calls. Just call 703-733-3333-3333, extension 33. And we'd be glad to receive your pledge. Again, our operators are standing by. So have a good evening. Cheerio.
Thank you so much for those, John. That was delightful. And now we're going to have John performing live for us with singing the River by Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, but where's my picture? Where's that picture? Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
All righty. Yeah, let me get news.
This is another song by Joni Mitchell. Thank you, Mary. Your hard act to follow. Joni Mitchell had a stroke recently, and so did Leon, of course, so this is dedicated to both of you. Coming on Christmas, they're taking down trees, they're putting up reindeers, singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, wow. You know, I wish I had my music in front of me. I got the wrong song up. Okay, pretend this is very smooth. But it doesn't snow here, it stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, and I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Well, I wish I had a river so long I could teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry. She tried hard to help me, she put me at ease. She let me love her so naughty, made her weak in the knees. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I'm so hard to handle, I'm selfish and I'm sad. Now I've John lost the best baby that I've ever had. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Well, I wish I had a river so long I could teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby say goodbye.
Thank you so much. That was terrific, and also, I mean, thanks to John for all of the various public service announcements and commercials that he provided for us as well. So this is great. And now we are on to our final presentation of the evening, the scene from A Midsummer Night's Dream, in which we have this is from Act 5 of A Midsummer Night's Dream for the wedding of Theseus and Hippolyta, where they have a play performed for them by some of the mechanicals from the working people of there. And so we have Xander Britsky as Theseus, Colleen Porcher as Hippolyta, John Stout as Bottom and Pyramus, Barry Roy as Flute and Thisbe, David Kelly as Snout and Wall, and Mary Luton O'Connor Kelly as Snug and Lion, and I'm Robin Starveling, and also my wife as Peter Quince. And so, as I say, this is about having fun. So enjoy.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have? What play is in hand? Is there no comedy to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Ah, I see there is. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love, Thisbe. Tedious and brief. Merry and magical. Ha! I will hear that play. Where are they that do play it?
Hard-handed folk that work in Patterson, which never labored in their minds till now. I love not to see wretchedness or changed. I think they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing.
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present Wall, that vile Wall, which did these lovers sunder, and through Wall's chink, poor souls they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This one, with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine, for if you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling, bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, let Lion, Moonshine, Wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain. Thank you.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one Snout, do present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone does show that I am that same wall. The truth is so, and this cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
It is the wittiest partition that I've ever heard.
Pyramus, draw near the wall. Silence!
Oh, grim to look to that night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night which ever art when day is not. O night, alack, 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, thou standst between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eyes. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see, O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. Yonder she comes.
Thisbe! Thisbe!
Unmute! Oh, wall! How often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair pyramid and me? My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I think to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe?
My love art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace. Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss thee wall's whole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The worst are not worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
You ladies, ladies, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Roar! Then know that I, one snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of good conscience.
The very best at a beast that e'er I saw.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is that all I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Roar!
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by my gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But say, oh spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, the mantle good, what, stained with blood? Approach ye furies fell. O fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature didst thou lions frame, since lions vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest aim that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, outsword and wound the pap of Pyramus, I that left pap where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus, now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky, tongue, lose thy light, moon, take thy flight. Now, die, 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 die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes.
You will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Asleep, my love, what dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, speak, quite dumb. Dead, dead, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan, tongues not a word. Come, trusty sword, come, blade, my breast unview. And farewell, my friends, thus this be ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
No, I assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue or to hear a burgomask dance?
No, epilogue. No, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. But come, your dance. Let your epilogue alone.
At which point we would do a song.
Yes.
When that I was and a little tiny boy with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy. For the rain, it raineth every day. With a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, it raineth every day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. Give us your hands if we be friends, the players shall restore amends. So thank you, and thank you all to our players without any rehearsal, just diving into it and enjoying it, and thank you all to everyone who participated and shared their talent with us, and it's delightful and it's great, and it's really, I mean, part of what our community is about at St. John's to share that, and thank you, and also thank you especially to John Sanford for the commercials, as well as the sort of technical advice, and Tom and Ed also for giving us some technical Zoom advice. And yeah, everyone should take a bow. Thank you.
Well, you should take
Oh,
a bow. You
Hey,
should
Paul
take a
Sugarman
bow.
takes a bow.
Yes.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
Thank
You
you.
were amazing.
Make this happen every year.
Thank you. The best show ever.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, Paul, on behalf of the Stewardship Committee and the vestry, we really want to thank you for going above and beyond this year. This has been amazing and is really beyond the call of duty. So thank you so much, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you.
And thanks to the stewardship fit chair for getting so into this play. You are just so much fun. You and Xander, too much.
We should destroy every copy of this recording because
Does Angela want her wig back?
This is not a good look for me. I apologize.
Great look.
That's another fundraiser, Barry. You have to pay us to get rid of it now.
This is how a man's law career dies. Right here.
Fantastic.
Yes, well, thank you all so much, and yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I mean, yeah, I thank everybody who participated, and thank you all for coming and for overcoming the bad link I'd sent earlier. So thanks all so much.
It was our pleasure.
Indeed.
Yes,
Thanks again. Great. Take care, everybody.
Well done.
Yes.
Thank you.